there are some natural things that you can do to help prepare your body to go into labor. Okay, so you will go into labor when your body and your baby are ready. However, these things might be able to help the process along a little bit. Or if you're looking down the barrel of an induction and want to help prepare your body for the induction, or hopefully go into labor beforehand, then you might like to try some of these things. If you do have a medical condition, always double check with your doctor or your midwife first before trying them. But these things are backed by science and research to help. So they're not old wives' tales, okay? So the first one is relaxation. If you're stressed about anything, it doesn't matter what you do, how many of these methods you try, it's not going to work, because that stress and adrenaline is going to block any oxytocin and you will not go into labor. So doing things to keep yourself nice and relaxed and calm, not obsessing about doing these things, is really, really important and is going to help you go into labor. So I'll often say to women, go and book in for a nice foot massage or to get your nails done or whatever it is that's relaxing. So you've got something nice to look forward to, keeps your mind busy, decreases stress, and then hopefully you'll go into labor and you won't get to do it. Okay, so relaxation always. The second thing is that optimal fetal positioning. So have a look at the optimal fetal positioning video in this course. You want to be encouraging baby into a good position to put pressure on your cervix, because it's one of the key things to go into labor. Babies that are in a poor position generally take longer for mum's labor to kick in. The next thing is acupuncture and acupressure. So both of these tools have a really long history of great success. So there's lots of acupressure videos actually on YouTube that you can Google acupressure points for labor and have a look at those videos and try them yourself. Otherwise, have a look around in your local community for an acupuncturist that specializes in women's health or that has a good track record in helping women to go into labor. You might need a few sessions, so try not to leave this until the very last minute. Having a couple of weeks to warm up and having a couple of sessions is a really wise idea. The other things that you can do are nipple stimulation. So actual nipple stimulation releases oxytocin, the same as when we breastfeed, it releases oxytocin. So you might like to try some nipple stimulation yourself. If you're really relaxed and calm and feeling private, this is going to have more of an effect than if you're doing it and it's really painful or you're feeling really uncomfortable. Just keep that in mind if you do decide to try nipple stimulation. And so speaking of feeling private, actually having an orgasm releases oxytocin as well. So whether that's on your own or with a partner, feeling that love and having that big oxytocin release can help bring on labor. The other thing that can help bring on labor is semen. So semen is full of prostaglandins. So if we did an induction, you would actually likely have a prostaglandin gel. So semen is very similar. So if you have a male partner and you feel like it, there's no pressure, but engaging in lovemaking with your partner can help to soften and ripen the cervix and help bring on labor. Something that's really powerful is actually eating natural dates. So there's been quite a bit of research into this. And what the researchers found is that women who consumed about 75 grams of natural dates for 4 weeks prior to going into labor were significantly more likely to have a vaginal birth and not need a cesarean section or an assisted birth. They were more dilated when they arrived to hospital. They had shorter labors as well, almost as much as up to a 70% shorter. And they also were much less likely to need an induction or synthetic oxytocin. So the natural dates here in Australia, you can get the medjool dates. So it's about 3 of those equals to roughly 75 grams a day. So from 36 weeks, if you have no contraindications, so if you're not, say, gestational diabetic or anything like that, because dates are very high in sugar, you might like to include these dates in your diet every day to really help prepare your cervix and give you a shorter labor. Another thing that can help is going for a big long walk. Okay, so I don't recommend doing this in early labor, but I do recommend it for if you feel like that things are getting close or that you're wanting to help bring on labor. But just keep in mind that labor itself is a marathon. So, you know, going for a nice long walk if you feel like it, please don't push yourself, but this can help get baby into a good position and put that pressure on the cervix and help stimulate labor. And one other thing that's a little bit more relaxing is using aromatherapy. So especially your clary sage oil, you can have a nice bath with clary sage oil or rub it on your tummy or burn it, whatever you like to do. But clary sage oil is also known to help bring on labor and progress in labor as well. So if you'd like to try some of these things, amazing. If you think you might have a contraindication, make sure you chat to your doctor or midwife first. And if you don't want to, that's okay as well. Your body and your baby will go into labor when they're ready.